Nowadays, the internet is a fundamental part of our lives, and the presence of people on social media has rapidly increased for updating news or scrolling the feeds, sharing information, and chatting with friends and family. Today, Quora is one of the most common social media platforms. It is a social media platform that is based on sharing knowledge in the form of question and answer. And it is reliant on a strong community that is run entirely by user community that provides questions, responses, and up and down votes to create, edit, and organize the growing platform. But do you know how Quora was started and who is the founders? In this video, I will tell you how Quora was started and who is the founders. At the beginning of Facebook, the founders of Quora, Charlie Cheever and Adam D'Angelo, were working on Facebook, where they both met each other. Adam was a chief technology officer and also served as Facebook vice president until 2008. And Adam earned this position through his involvement in Facebook's early development. Charlie was an engineer and manager at Facebook. One afternoon, while they were both working at Facebook, during lunch break, Adam and Charlie start discussing that why isn't there a platform on the internet where a question can be answered by someone who knows the answer and is interested to share. So they both spent a few hours brainstorming and writing down all the ideas, and after consulting with friends and eliminating ones, they narrow it down to 5 or 6 finalists and eventually settled on Quora. And the closest competition that Quora had was Quora. Soon later, they both started to research and code to build a Q&A site version of their own. They rented the small office in Palo Alto and began pounding out the code. In June 2009, they both left Facebook and dreamed of making their own company. In an interview, Adam says, "The company started with a high-level idea that there's all this knowledge that's not on the internet and is either in people's heads or scattered and not very well organized. We saw a gap." Charlie says that when he worked on the Facebook application programming interface, people would ask him questions on the forums. He had to filter out which questions were important and then answer them on his blog. But there was no guarantee that anyone would see the answer in the long term. On June 25, 2009, the Palo Alto-based social media platform's first Quora version was launched by former Facebook employees Adam and Charlie. Soon after, they hired Rebecca Cox as their first employee to work on the design of the Quora, whom they'd known at Facebook. By the autumn, they had hired an engineer. Until December 2009, the first version ran in closed beta. The development stage of Quora took approximately 9 months, and the portal gained traction as employees invited friends, who in turn invited friends of friends to join the site. As the site expanded, Adam and Charlie started to see that it could even be considered a public utility of sorts, though one with a still limited audience. On June 21, 2010, Quora officially launched for public use and was praised for its interface and for the quality of the answer written by its users, many of whom were recognized as experts in their fields. It is also quite a democratic platform where the Quora community votes on an answer, either up or down. The answer with the most upvotes are highlighted at the top and viewed the most. Quora's mission is to share and grow the world's knowledge. Quora was started from a need that went unsatisfied by existing solutions. Q&A sites like Reddit, Yahoo, and Source, among others, have already existed, but Adam and Charlie were not satisfied with their service. Quora has contained unique and quality information from the beginning. The user was surprised because when Quora user asks, "What does Dustin Moskovitz think of the social network?" Dustin, co-founder of Facebook, answered the question that the movie was an interesting portrayal of what happened. Quora became widely popular and attracted active users including celebrities, CEOs, and other high-profile figures. In the early days of Quora, the profile of Adam, Charlie, and Rebecca are filled with questions and answers by themselves to increase interactions on the site. There was a lot of information on the best place to eat in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where Charlie was raised. The first employees and beta testers then continued until the amount of activity on the platform was steady enough for them to take a step back. They are still active to connect with the users. In March 2010, while the site was in beta, Quora received $11 million in first-round funding from Benchmark Capital's Matt Coyler, a former Facebook executive. Initially, Quora had no revenue model. At the TechCrunch Disrupt conference, when Charlie and Adam were asked in an interview if Quora would probably be looking at an advertising model for generating revenue in the future, Charlie said, "We are just really focused right now on building out the product and getting a good set of questions and answers." Adam said, "It grows faster than we can keep up with sometimes. We are mainly just concerned with keeping quality high as the site grows." In April 2016, Quora began a limited rollout of advertising on the site. Quora founders said that ads can often be negative for user experience. Nobody likes banner ads, ads from shady companies, or ads that are irrelevant to their needs. Liver, Uber, Wildfront, and Sunrun were the first companies that Quora accepted for ads. Quora is now generating revenue through advertisements that are integrated within the questions and answers, but still maintain effort to limit the number of ads and to keep the ads it did so relevant for the users. As of January 2011, Quora has already gained over 500,000 users. In June 2011, Quora redesigned the navigation and usability of its website and launched an application for iOS and Android. In September 2012, Charlie resigned from his daily routine in Quora and took an advisory role. Quora launched a blogging platform allowing users to post non-answer content in January 2013. Quora successfully became one of the selected startups for Y Combinator in 2014. On March 2016, Quora has acquired the online community website Parleo from former Google employee Wael Ghonim. Quora reported that it was receiving 300 million unique visitors every month as of September 2018. In 2020, Quora has become one of top leading discussing pages during the COVID-19 outbreak. Even many established sites like Probes use Quora as the source of information. On August 5, 2021, Quora has begun allowing contributors to monetize their content. Over a decade, Quora has been a fundamental side of our lives for clearing our doubts or confusion, as it moved from a simple website to today's leading Q&A social media website. As of July 2021, Quora has 300 million active users. Everybody can register and join the Quora and become a part of the community and share or gain knowledge. Quora's content is entirely dependent on the best of intelligent and committed participants or community it cultivates. The community generates questions and provide the answer, and its effectiveness in highlighting the most useful and interesting content personalized to individual users.